day without you is like a year in the hyperbolic time chamber. Stop hitting on my viewers. Ha ha ha. Oh. What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us once again on the Dstar01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter Arafiles. Let's get some things out of the way right away. This is not an unboxing. This is a review. That's right. We're going to do things a little bit differently. We're going to mix things up. This is an actual toy review. I opened this up. I already have thoughts on this figure, and I'm just going to tell you right now, don't want to waste your time. Is this figure worth the cost of a P-Bandai exclusive? The answer is yes. Would I buy this on scalper prices? And the answer to that is no, and I'm gonna tell you right away, right now. Here's the issue with this figure, and we're just gonna go right into it. No more of this crap that I'm talking about and all that. We're just gonna jump right in. No advertising whatsoever for Dstar01 your reliable source for awesome action figures. Anyway, when I first got this figure, I already came across an issue, and a lot of people actually talked to me about this on Instagram. They said, hey, can you fix this? I had 3 people come up with this issue. I didn't think mine would have it, but guess what? It did. This part right here was really, really tight. In fact, when you try to move it, it's going to be so tight, and you want to say, you know what, maybe if I push it a little bit more. No, it's going to break. I had 3 people come up to me already saying it broke, and this is how you fix it. I'm just going to tell you how. So I have a pick here, and it has a really sharp, flat end right there. And what you want to do is get some hot water, dunk this into the hot water, and kind of dig into there, kind of separating the joints. This is a quality control issue. If I were to buy this figure, and I took it out of the box, and this was a problem, I would already be like, whoa. I spent a lot of money on this, especially if it was a scalper price and I really wanted it and I missed the P-Bandai exclusive. Yeah, I'd be pretty mad. And since these are limited, getting another one would be pretty tough. Yeah, so that's the problem with P-Bandai exclusives right there. So anyway, I had to go in there and I had to separate it, and then finally, sorry about the no focus, it moves. This really scared me. This would scare anyone who got a figure. Let's say you bought this for over $100 and you had a tight joint and it didn't work. Yeah, that's an issue. Another issue I have, and this kind of makes the figure not really a playable toy, is look how easy the skirt comes off. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. So you could consider this part of the paint and detail that I usually do when I do an unboxing. So anyway, yeah, let's talk about the paint in detail. Besides the negatives, let's talk about the obvious here, and which is the paint. And this thing looks absolutely gorgeous. Hit is one of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball Super, and I have to say, despite the negatives that this figure has, he looks great. Fantastic. I love the fact that they didn't go on hard plastic on the skirt part right here, which would have been a deterrent. If this was a hard plastic, this would be really tough for him to get all the kicks and stuff in. Let's talk about the paint though. Wow, look at that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The purples. The light purple on the skin, really nice, really accurate. Nice matte finish right there. We have a little bit shininess of the dark or the gray areas of the armor right here, and the dark green looks really, really sharp right there. This is a really good looking hit figure. My only issue when it comes to the detail here is the skirt just falls off really easily, and it's such a shame because if it would stay in place, he's really articulated. Look how easy that is. He's super articulated, and he looks good when he does side kicks and front kicks and flying knees and whatnot. So let's move on to articulation and scale. As you can see, the skirt just falls right off, which is a big issue. But now that we have the skirt off, we can fully articulate this guy. Let me go grab a ruler. Here we are with a ruler right here. He's standing at about 6¼ inches tall. Here he is next to SH Figuarts Pac-Man right here, which you can get at Dstar01.com, which is pretty cool. $20 figure. There he is. And if you're wondering how he looks with Marvel Legends, here is a Marvel Legends Wolverine right there, looking really sharp. Another Marvel Legends Miles Morales, looking really good. And of course, we gotta compare him with other Dragon Ball figures from Figuarts. Here he is next to Jiren. And last, of course, you have to have him next to a Goku, which is the Figuarts UI Sign Goku P-Bandai exclusive. And of course, last but not least, will this figure be replacing the hit from my Dragon Stars, which was a figure that's been in my case, and I love this toy because he's really playable and he looks cool. As you can see, wow, vastly different when it comes to scale and look and everything like that. Look at the head of the Dragon Stars one. It's just huge. He's just a bigger figure overall. I think Dragon Stars is definitely scaled bigger, whereas Figuarts, we have a more slimmer, more like, what's the word I'm looking for? More cut look, where this one doesn't look as cut. So if I were to choose between the two, clearly I would choose the Figuarts. It does look more detailed. I love the paint and everything. It looks more like the anime. If you're looking for a $20, maybe $30 figure, the hit one, this Dragon Stars hit is not awful. Let's talk about articulation. We got sidekicks in here and everything like that, but let's see if he has a toe articulation. A really tight toe articulation right there. We have an up and down here at the ankle, and he does swivel here at the ankle as well. We have double joint knee right there, which looks really sharp. And of course, we have that fighting body version 2 body right there with at the crotch. So you can get all kinds of kicks, as well as a thigh swivel right there, which is really, really solid. I really like the articulation here. It just makes sense for this guy. We have 2 articulation points right here at the midsection, one on top, one on bottom, so you can get some awesome ab crunches. And of course, we have butterfly joints right here, which looks really good. And you can cross arm. When we get into the accessories, he can make a better cross arm because he comes with a separate chest piece, which is more narrow, so you can cross arm much easier, and also get the hands in the pockets. Again, we'll look at that when we look at the accessories. We have bicep swivel right here, and of course we have a double joint elbow. Like I said, this one was tight, but I fixed it, no issue. And we have a ball and peg here at the wrist, and 2 joints here at the neck, looking to be well above 20 points of articulation. Let's get some kicks in. Side kick, front kick, flying knee, sure you can test. Boom, right there. And of course, without the skirt, you can get a really nice superhero landing pose. Look at this superhero landing pose that he does. That looks dope. Look at that. That is a really, really nice superhero landing pose. Unfortunately, it's really tough to do with the skirt because it just falls off, and that's so unfortunate. Now we can move on to the accessories. Let's go to the top cam and see what we're dealing with here. Again, like I said before, we already opened them. I already have my thoughts on this guy, so this is not a surprise. This is not an unboxing. This is a true toy review. So when I'm looking at the heads here, we have a grinning face, a yelling face, and a kind of smirking face. So let's look at the faces first of the heads. Really easy to change out. They pop right out. Now here's a grinning face. Let's look real close at that grinning face. That looks really good. Let's look at other faces here. We have a smirking face right there. That looks good as well. And of course we have a yelling face. Goku! That looks really cool. But obviously my favorite face has got to be the stoic face, because this is Hit. This personifies Hit's personality right there. Now, let's zoom out. Let's see what else we're dealing with here. Here are the pocket hands. And again, this is the biggest issue with this figure, I think. Despite the fact that I got a defective one. I fixed it, like I said, but this skirt just needs to find some way to stick on better. Maybe we could try some Dstar's Fixer Elixir from Dstar01 Theme. But here you go. So all you got to do is plug in the arms. Pretty simple stuff. Pretty innovative, actually. Nothing too complicated. And this is pretty much how you're going to keep Hit when you pose him. Right there. That looks cool, right? No issues there. I'm going to keep him like this when I put him in my case. I'm not going to have him fighting or anything because the skirt just falls off super easy. Anyway, like I said before, here's the chest piece. As we go to the top cam, so you can grab this real quick. His chest piece does come off Usually you see this in Figma female figures, but this is the first time I've seen it on a guy figure. And you can, it's not even that much more narrow, but there you go. Last but not least, obviously we're going to look at the hands at the end of the video. I love the fact that he comes with this key blast right here, which is pretty rad, and I'll show you why. Let's take this off. And you could take this hand. This is really cool. I kind of wish all Dragon Ball SH Figuarts had something like this, where this clips on the wrist, and then you could put it right here, and that looks really cool. It looks really natural. And like I said, I kind of wish a lot of them had something like this. Like a Kamehameha blast on the wrist on Goku would keep that pose really nice and sturdy. So, let's come to the conclusion of the SH Figuarts hit. Is this figure worth it for the P-Bandai price? Yeah. I've really been enjoying this figure. He looks really cool. He poses decently well. And like I said before, the negatives, mine came defective, and we gotta do something about this. Probably fix or elixir it or something. But yeah, anyway, that's my take on it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you really enjoyed this different format where I tell you straight up if this figure is worth it. It's more of a toy review rather than an unboxing. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Do you prefer this format, or do you prefer the unboxing? Do you like to be surprised, or do you like the toy review format where I already know my thoughts and everything like that, so I can just give it to you straight up? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the know when I post new videos. And last but not least, you can go to www.Dstar01 and let us show awesome action figures, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here.